Hi, how are you? I'm trying to hold this mic. It was a gift. We're gonna try, see how it works, but yeah. Hopefully the audio is better. I'm here today to do my mid-year tag thing. I did it last year. I'm just using the same questions. I thought it was quite fun, so let's just jump right into it. I did add a question this time around, which is talking about my stats a little bit. Since I do use StoryGraph, I have all of the stats available with me, and I thought that'd be kind of fun to throw in as well. So my original goal at the beginning of the year is 12 books. I talked about this, I believe, in my end of year tag, and I explained that I don't like having numbers that stress me out at all. So I always make it 12 because that's the bare minimum that I want to read. It's one book a month. Right now I am at 41 books, so doing really well. I'm probably going to up my reading goal just for myself to 52, which is one book a week. But we're doing well. I'm pretty happy with the number that I'm at. I try not to stress about how many books I read, but I'm sure as many of you can experience, it's hard not to sometimes. Sometimes I just see some people finishing 20 books a month, and I kind of spiral a little bit, even though we're all on our own reading journeys, and it doesn't matter how many books you finish a month, as long as you're just reading something as often as you feel like and you're enjoying it. So I'm trying very hard, but where I'm at right now numerically, I'm not necessarily upset with, but I'm gonna try also not to freak out about it a little bit. So yeah, to break down those 41 books, that is 8,439 pages and then 293.73 hours of reading that I have done this year. My biggest chunk of moods that I have gone through this year seems to be adventurous, and then my second biggest would be emotional and dark. 27% of the books I've read were fast-paced, and then the remaining 73% is medium-paced. 5% of the books I've read have been over 500 pages, 11% have been less than 300 pages, and then the remaining 84% has been 300 to 499 pages. For audiobook length, 18% has been over 16 hours, 18% has been under 8 hours, and then the remaining 64% has been between 8 and 16 hours. I've read 100% fiction books, no nonfiction this year. And then my top 5 genres are in order: fantasy, romance, young adult, thriller, LGBTQI+. 32% of the books that I read were physical, 15% of the books that I read were digital, and then 54% of the books that I read are audio. And now moving on to the questions. Best book you've read in 2024. So I have a few favorites so far, and that would be Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands, None of This Is True, Under the Whispering Door, Funny Story, and then the Shepherd King duology. The best sequel you've read so far in 2024. A lot of these books are going to be repeats, so I apologize, but there were 2 for this one, and the first one is Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands. I just really love that series. I cannot wait for book 3 to come out next year. I'm very, very excited. And then the other one is Two Twisted Crowns. I had binged the duology about a month ago, I think, and I just completely fell in love with Rachel Gillig's writing. She's also coming out with a book next year called The Night and the Moth or something like that, but I'm so excited for it. It's going to be so good, and I can't wait. As soon as they come out, I'm diving nose first into those pages. I cannot wait. A new release that you haven't read yet, but you want to. So I've been trying really hard this year to keep up with new releases. I actually have them in my calendar where I get a notification a week before and then the day before a new release comes out so that I can stay on track. It's been kind of fun guessing those random notifications. But at this point, something that has been released that I haven't read yet that I really want to is The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley. I'm actually going to be listening to the audiobook with my boyfriend. I'm very excited for that, so I can't wait. I'm hoping we started within the next couple of days, maybe this weekend. So most anticipated release for the second half of the year. I can't pick one. You can't make me pick one. If you've watched me for this long, you know I'm terrible at choosing stuff. Okay, so I have 4. I'm obviously very excited for Reckless by Lauren Roberts, especially after Powerful. I need to know what happens to Moth. I need to know if he's okay. So, very excited for Reckless by Lauren Roberts. I'm obviously very excited for the final installment of the Belladonna trilogy, which is Wisteria by Adalyn Grace. I cannot wait to read it, find out what happens, have the story wrap up. Very excited. And book 3, I called it. I said it would be blue. You guys can go back and watch my Foxglove reading vlog. I will link it. I said it would be blue, and the cover's blue. I'm so proud of that. I knew it. I'm so incredibly excited for Somewhere Beyond the Sea by TJ Klune. It is the sequel to House in the Cerulean Sea. And when I read the blurb and saw that it was in, I forget his name right now, but Linus's partner's point of view, died. Cannot wait. So excited to just be back in that world, see those kids again, see Linus again. I cannot wait. Genuinely so excited. And then obviously Spectacular by Stephanie Garber, my Christmas read. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. It's going to be illustrated. I'm just genuinely so excited. I need my hands on it right now. I don't care if it's June, July. I need to read that book right now. The biggest surprise of this year. So for this one, I picked Curse of the Wolf King by Tessonja Odette. I had watched someone do a reading vlog and they read not Curse of the Wolf King, a different book in that series. And then I ended up being gifted the entire series by my boyfriend's mom for Christmas. I decided I wanted to read the series in order, and I was kind of scared because I never read her work before, and for some reason, her work just intimidated me a little bit. I ended up giving that book a 4-star, and I was just very surprised at 1, how easy her work is to read, and 2, just how much I fell into it. Like, I didn't even mean to pick up the book when I did. I actually just read chapter 1 because I wanted to see what the writing was like, and then I didn't stop. So it was a really fun time. I was very surprised at how much I loved her writing, and I can't wait to continue on the series. I've been dying to, so I definitely think within the next couple months I'm going to read at least 2 more. Favorite new author. This can be a debut author or new to me. 2, first one we just talked about, Tessonja Odette. I can't wait to read the rest of the Entangled with Fae series, and then also To Win a Fae Heart series or something. It's the Trilogy. I forget the name, but I have that as a digital copy because the collection went on sale for 99 cents, and it was like 900 pages for 99 cents. Absolutely, I'm gonna buy that. I'm hoping to catch up with most, if not all, of her work within the next 2-ish years or so. And then obviously, of course, already mentioned her as well, Rachel Gillig. The Shepherd King series was absolutely stunning. The vibes were immaculate. The magic system was so unique and cool. The characters were wonderful. There was not a thing I didn't enjoy about it. I just got a little bored sometimes, and honestly, that's just me. I have a short attention span. I get bored easily. I can't wait for The Night and the Moth to come out next year, and I'm dying on the inside. So yeah. Newest fictional crush. I'm gonna be so honest with you guys. Nobody can beat Jax, okay? Jax from Once Upon a Broken Heart, he will always be number 1. I thought it'd be Rysond, and then I read the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. That series is everything that I look for in a book, but let's not get distracted because I already talked about that series enough. No one can beat him, but if I had to pick, I would pick Kai Azar from the Powerless trilogy. He is a man. And then Raven Yu from One Dark Window. I really liked him. He was very like stoic, but like not grumpy, and it was a fun little blend. I really liked him. Oh, and then I can't believe I forgot them. Justin from Just for the Summer. Miles from Funny Story. Daphne from Funny Story. Love her so much. I feel like I'm missing someone, but I'm not really sure who. A book that made me cry. You probably already know the answers to these based on how much I've told you that they've made me cry, but Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas, because I cried for probably at least 950 of those pages. It was insane. That was a painful book. And then another painful book is Powerful by Lauren Roberts. I didn't think I would cry because you know what happens at the end of the novella, yet somehow it's just that much worse, even though you know. So yeah, you guys will see my thoughts on that one. I'm waiting for Reckless to come out, but I do have a reading vlog for Powerful, so don't worry. A book that made me happy, which was needed after those two. Emily Wilde's books, like any books in those series, they make me so happy. I love cozy fairy tale fantasies with just enough stakes to keep it interesting. It's so wonderful, and that one just makes me so happy. I just love the romance, and I love the dog, and I love Emily. It's such a great series. It makes me so happy. It's one of those series where it just makes me happy even just thinking about it. So Funny Story made me very happy. That was such a cute little romance, and I genuinely just enjoyed it so much. It made me so happy. I want to reread it already. Like, I genuinely can't wait. So yeah. And then So This Is Ever After actually made me very happy. Even though it was kind of like a mid read for me a little bit, it made me very happy, and it was just a fun time, and I just needed something like that when I read it. So it was really, really nice. Most beautiful book you've bought/received this year so far. There are 3 that I could think of. The first one is Where the Dark Stands. For my birthday, I just wanted to go to a nice restaurant and then walk around in a bookstore. So that's what I did with my parents and my boyfriend, and they were all very kind enough to buy me a book. So my parents bought me Where the Dark Stands, and I fell in love with this book because of the cover. I saw it and I was obsessed. It was so, so, so beautiful. And then much in that vein, on the same day, I also got So This Is Ever After, and my Pride video is out by now. The cover is stunning. You cannot tell me that that cover is not just something that magnetizes to your eye and won't let you leave it. It's so pretty. I love it so much. And the colors. Okay, don't get me started. Last and not least, I actually really love the Done and Dusted cover. Is right here behind me. So I guess I'll just show it. But Done and Dusted with the little like cartoon theming and just this whole series in general is so good, and I just really, really love the covers so much. So those are probably my top 3 that I've received this year. What books do you need to read by the end of the year? I hate lists like this because when I don't read them, I kind of feel like a failure a little bit. But books that I would really love to read by the end of this year is Reckless by Lauren Roberts, and that one's kind of a given because I'm literally reading it as soon as it arrives on my doorstep right over there. So High Spirits by Carol J. Perry. This is book 2 in a little cozy mystery series. I read book 1 just randomly 2 years ago, and I really, really liked it. Like, it's not something I ever thought I'd be interested in, but it was just really fun. So I've really been wanting to read book 2, and 3 just came out this year. So I'm hoping to read at least book 2 this year, if not both. I'm planning on reading it maybe in like August-ish. The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley, I'm very excited to read, especially considering I'm going to be listening to it with my boyfriend. We're going to be using his Spotify credits for it, and I'm so excited because she's like a weird author for me. I'm not really obsessed with any of her books other than the guest list, but I do really enjoy her work, and this is the first time she's released something new whilst I'm a fan of hers, so very excited. I need to read Dreams Lie Beneath before the end of this year. I will not allow myself to take that into 2025. I've had this book for probably 2 years at this point. I want to read it so desperately, yet for some reason, I just never pick it up. Like, it's never something that I'm wanting to pick up, and it's so annoying. I'm so annoying. So that is the one book that I will finish this year. I will not allow myself to take it into 2025. I'm so dead serious. I'm going to try and pick it up maybe after Reckless or something. I don't know, but I need to read it because I think I'm going to like it too. So I don't know why I don't pick it up ever. It's so annoying. I'm so annoying. And last but not least, this one's another given because I'm going to read it as soon as it comes out, but Wisteria by Adalyn Grace. I'm so excited for the series to wrap up and for it to be over and to see how it wraps up. And I'm very excited for the book to come out because it's going to be so pretty. The series was just outstandingly beautiful, and I love it. So yeah, I'm very excited. But that was actually the entirety of the mid-year book tag. I've learned to speak quicker, so these go by a lot quicker. But yeah, let me know how your year has been so far. How many books have you finished? Are you happy with that number? If not, don't stress it. Reading goals are arbitrary, and So is everything else. We're on a floating rock in space. I was telling my boyfriend the other day, whenever I think about that, I start to like spiral out of control because what's the point of anything? Anyway, I hope you've had a great reading year so far, and I really hope that you continue to have a great reading year. I hope you read the best books, all of the books, and just have a really, really great time. And if you're new to reading, have fun becoming obsessed. If you like me or any of my videos, I would really appreciate a like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Bye.